All right, I need you to hear me out. We have fantasy football, fantasy basketball. People research, draft, track stats, and build their dream teams, right? What if we had an imaginary amount of money to build our own fantasy art collection? What if we joined the fantasy world just with art? We could create a fantasy art collection. A collection that isn't just about picking random pieces, but developing a theme, doing a ton of research, and making choices as if it were real. What if we took it super serious, but also still had a lot of fun with it? Of course, telling stories through our collection, exploring new artists, exploring how artists evolve, and how the art world we find interest in captures the world around us and adds value to our collection. What if we studied their stats, studied their careers, their wins, and considered that when adding their work to our fantasy collection? What if we did this with $300,000? I mean, imaginary $300,000. We would literally have a blast, constraining ourselves to a budget and buying all of the artwork we can't buy in real life with our real money. I know that this is new for this channel, but I was itching for something fun, looking for new ways for us to discover together. I do this with clients with their budgets, but I wanted so badly to do this with y'all. So let's do it. What's up, Glorifiers? For those of you who are new, I'm Mariah Elise, an art advisor and curator dedicated to making the art world accessible to everyone through insights, conversations, and discovery, and now through fantasy. So I've been doing all this thinking about how could I do this in real time with you guys, you know, the work that I do with my collector clients. And I thought, okay, I could take them on my trips to galleries and fairs to look at art for my clients, which I still plan to do. Or I could go on a complete from beginning to end journey with them. Instead of just admiring art from afar that goes into someone else's collection, what if we built a collection together? What if we engaged with art together, followed artists' careers together, explored their stories behind their work, and most importantly, built this fantasy collection together that reflects a thematic collection, our industry knowledge, and of course the art that we fall in love with together. So over the next year, we're going to fill our fantasy walls piece by piece with a collection that represents a theme that I came up with, which is evolving conversations between Black artists around the world born between 1950 and 2002. We're going to be exploring what conversations were being had around the world that shared similarities between Black voices. Some of those artists lived through the Civil Rights Movement. Some came up during the hip hop era. Some are shaping the future and engaging with digital and AI driven work. And every single one of them is a part of a larger story. Building this collection with us, with you, should serve as the ultimate teaching tool and what to consider when building one. And through fantasy, teach us how to be better researchers, better thinkers, better map builders in building our collection. So here's the plan. Every Saturday, I'll be releasing a new video as I build this collection, taking you behind the scenes as I research, discover new artists, make decisions, and sometimes change my mind entirely last minute. We will wait on real world deals, explore real fairs, real gallery shows, real artists on Instagram, scroll through Artsy to build this collection. And this is where it gets really interesting. Like I said, this isn't just my collection, it is ours, because I'm including the Glory Collective, the Patreon community, in this research process. Every week, they'll help me choose and vote on artworks, debate between artists, and shape the final collection. So I need you guys to be super involved and have so much fun with me. Learning, it does not have to be so serious all the time. So if you want to go deeper, be a part of the discussion, and actually help decide what gets added to this collection, the Glory Collective on Patreon is where you need to be. There's so much more that you're going to find in that Patreon. Anyway, I'll be recording my research process in real time, scrolling through thousands of artists, analyzing their work, making tough calls, and then condensing it all into these Saturday episodes. So what you see here is the result of hours of debate, research, and decision making that happen in our community, which is the Glory Collective on Patreon. And along the way, I'll be balancing a $300,000 budget, deciding when to make big investments, when to look for good deals, when to look for emerging talent, and how to strategically allocate our funds to build a well-rounded, historically and culturally a significant collection, but also considering shipping costs, insurance costs, framing, installation, etc. Making sure those things have a reserve, or I reserve a certain amount of money for those things. I'll be reaching out to galleries and leaning on the relationship I already have with galleries to discover pricing and learn more about certain artworks. And honestly, if you're not my client already and you see an artwork while we're doing all of this and you actually see something you want to add to your collection, again, just reach out. So what steps will we take to do this? Step 1, we're going to define a clear theme. I already did that. The best collections tell a story. The story that I want to tell through this collection is about generational conversations in Black art, how different time periods have influenced each other, how themes have evolved, and what has remained consistent across decades. In a nutshell, I'll be using my collecting journey as a teaching tool to help me better understand the Black experience across the world and how they intersected unknowingly and knowingly through artists' voices and across decades. That's my focus, and every solid collection has a focus. Step 2, we're going to continue that deep research. A great collection starts with research. That means reading books, studying artist CVs, understanding what the artist is inspired by, going to gallery shows, looking at exhibitions deeply, understanding artist markets, primary and secondary if they have one, collecting with our hearts, but also with our mind strategically. And understanding what makes an artwork historically or culturally significant, or what makes it visually appealing. How does the artist approach their art? What's their process? What materials are they using? Step 3, we're going to be some smart budgeters. I have $300,000 to build this collection. That means I need to decide, do I invest heavily in a major artist or spread my budget across multiple emerging and mid-career names? Do I mix originals? Do I buy prints? Every dollar spent is a strategic decision. Step 4, making the actual decision. Sometimes you have months to think about an acquisition. In some instances, you know the artist is a hot commodity and their work is going to be sold out very soon. Other times, you literally have seconds in an auction. Sometimes you're just browsing on Artsy. What should we commit to? Can we commit quickly? Are we too slow? Are we too fast? Do we trust ourselves in our research? Did we hesitate too long and now someone else has it? Can we stick to this budget? Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. It's already fun for me in real life. So I mean, not with my own $300,000, but with others. Anyway, step 5, which is an overall step. It happens throughout the process. Curation. A collection isn't just a bunch of random artworks. It needs to flow, have a purpose, and create conversations between the works. So although this is truly not the final step, it's an ongoing step, we need to be thinking about curation as we are acquiring these artworks. That's what truly makes it all special. Curation is actually where the magic happens. It's about placing pieces in dialogue with each other. Why does this artwork belong next to that one? How does this piece change the meaning of the entire collection? The way pieces interact, contrast, or complement each other is just as important as the individual works themselves. This is also where we think about presentation, how an artwork is displayed, the framing choices, the fake lighting, and even the order in which people experience it. Every small decision shapes the impact of the collection, and that's why curation is an overall, but arguably one of the most important steps. Now, I want you to know that you are a part of this too, like I said before, because throughout this series, I'll be asking for your thoughts on the artist, the themes, the decisions. What would you add to this collection? What voices do you think deserve more attention? What pieces would make you stop and think? Which artworks makes the collection stronger? So let's build something meaningful. Over the next year, we're curating a collection that will stand as a record of this like digital storytelling, this digital resilience and vision and Black creativity, a collection that future generations can look to via these videos and see themselves reflected in. This is more than collecting art. This is preserving stories in a digital fantasy way. And I want you to be a part of that. So keep watching the journey here every Saturday. And if you want to really actively be a part of that, join the Glory Collective on Patreon to get deeper with me into the process. Help me research, vote on artists, and be a part of the conversation shaping this collection. Patreon members also get exclusive resources, including a curated resource that's going to help you along your collecting journey or your artist journey. A library with guides on pricing, marketing, portfolio building for artists, and collecting strategies for collectors. We also have community discussions, an exclusive book club, and behind the scenes content where, of course, I'm documenting my research for even these videos, not just the collecting video, like the one that's going to come out every Saturday. I mean, every video. Plus, I break down market insights for individual artists and do full analysis. And also for higher tier members, they gain access to priority access to some of the art that I have with galleries that I work with. And they also get one-on-one consulting. And that's a 45-minute session once a month. So in addition to Patreon, before you go, please make sure you are subscribed to the Glory Digest, which is the weekly newsletter where I dive deep into what's happening in the art world. In every issue, I share a Dear Artist, Dear Collector section with insights and advice for navigating the art world. I give some recommendations on exhibitions worth checking out. And I tell you about an artist I'm really, really loving that week. I also give you my current take on the art market sentiment so you can stay ahead of trends. And I ended with an approachable artwork, a collector-friendly artwork that's under $5,000. Sometimes that artwork is under $300 and it's still really good, amazing quality. And again, y'all, even if you don't want to be a part of the Glory Collective for this journey, join the collective if you need community. It's a space where artists and collectors can access everything they need without gatekeeping. I'm talking about real practical guides, how to write an artist statement, how collectors can define their mission, how to even get started in this world, insurance for both artists and collectors, and the many conversations that will be had there. But beyond the guides, it's a place for us, for conversations about the artists you're excited about, for debates about what's happening in the art world. It's where I break down market insights on emerging and mid-career artists so you know exactly what's happening before everyone else does. And if you're in the premium membership, you get a 45-minute consultation with me every month. We have 30 members right now. And when we hit 50, we'll start monthly live discussions where you can ask your questions in real time, whatever those questions may be. Those conversations will be themed, but you'll vote on them. When we hit 100 members, we'll do that conversation every single week. And y'all, I'm also doing some behind the scenes work. Like a few weeks ago, I filmed myself researching Zona Mako for an upcoming video and took y'all along with me on that research journey. I just recorded the research. It was super not edited, nothing thought of before. It's just my research, just pure filming my screen and talking to you in real time, on the spot thoughts, no prep of what I'm thinking about artists. And I would really love you to join me over at the Glory Collective, because that's honestly where things are going to get real. That's why I'm going to be a lot more honest about everything. I want us to be a tight-knit community, one that grows together, learns together, and actually supports one another. So if you're an artist, if you're a collector, or just someone who really loves this world, this is where you belong. And please, please remember, it does not matter what group you belong to. It doesn't matter if you're an artist or a collector, or if you're just here for the love of art. This channel is your home, and I hope you look at it like that. And so I want to thank you guys for watching Dear Glory, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time for more art world insights, conversations, and discovery. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.